Everyone, it's Shelly Dressel, and today I'm doing a ULB mini with Brysentia. A couple of different things came up for me recently, one in a session with someone, but talking about energy, talking about the differences in dimensions, talking about people struggling to move forward, talking about all the symptoms that people are having. And so that kind of prompted me to think, maybe Brysentia wants to come in and speak for a minute. So here we go. Greetings. It is I, Brysentia, and I speak with you today about the transitions taking place on Earth. First of all, there is a lot of controversy that's going on right now. You are at the breaking point, you could say, or the tipping point, where so much of the average human is now beginning to question things. They may not be as far down that rabbit hole as many of you are. However, they're wondering, what is this all about? Why is that happening? Why do they want to do this? And it's just prompting the questioning that is prompting the opening up. So when this happens, it releases fear and anxiety among people. Whenever there is a change that goes on, think about how you yourself may feel anxious when you're going through a change because you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how you're going to, do your steps A, B, C. Then when you magnify that times the billions of people that live on the earth, it's really amped up a lot of that anxiety and confusion. How do some people react to anxiety and confusion? With anger or frustration or irritability. And so this is what we're seeing a lot in humanity right now. And it's leading to people struggling. It's leading to a lot of different things. We don't need to go into all that. But I wanted to share with you another aspect if you want to consider this. We talk about dimensions all the time, and dimensions may just be a number to you. We're now in the 5th dimension. We were in the 3rd dimension. The in between is the 4th. And sometimes it's about looking back and comparing how that energy that felt so heavy to you was the 3rd dimension, a lower number, and how as you've moved up, it's got the energy around you has gotten to be much more transparent. There's also a change that's going on that with your physical body transitioning into the crystalline energies, that means the cells are going to be different. The organs, they're going to function differently. Your bones are going to be different. There's so many different changes that are coming on, not only in your physical essence. This is worldwide, every person, not just those few that are just now awakening. So when you consider living in a higher frequency, yes, it's supported by you having these more transparent energies within you. Yes, it's supported by allowing you to be able to see things more telepathically or communicate telepathically, but see things with clairvoyance or feel things with your sensitivity. And all of that is happening as a part of the ascension process. We've said, what was it? It was probably about 2.5 years ago when we first talked about how the energies of the 3rd dimension were going to just collapse upon itself and it would no longer be there. We then spoke in October of 2023 about, with those eclipses in particular, it took out the last of that 3rd dimension. So then you have all these people on the earth plane, many of whom have never heard about this ascension process, and they're just trying to recreate the reality that they know, even though there may be other things that are going on outside of them. Maybe it's their job, maybe it's relationships, maybe it's the political arena, maybe it's the inflation, maybe it's the struggle to put food on the table. All of these different things are coming in, and what it does is it's pushing these people to learn a new way of looking at their lives and how to create for their lives. That's the big scheme of things. But what it's actually doing is it's pushing them to try to force it to go back to the way that they knew it was when everything was okay. So in this way, people just keep trying to recreate the 3rd dimension that is no longer here. And what's happening as a result of that? the lower end of the fourth dimension is kind of expanding in with those lower frequencies as a means of the collective consciousness trying to create something of a lower frequency that's not there. How long is this going to last? Is it going to be permanent? No. My sense of it is this is just a temporary thing. It's like a little bridge that is helping people to be able to move in forward in their life. And as they move into something that does feel better to them, that is allowing them to suddenly see the world differently, then that in and of itself will also collapse. What can you do in this now moment? Begin to talk about things, begin to talk about change, begin to talk about ascension, using that word ascension, begin to talk about a different way of looking at the world, begin to share these things that have been going on instead of just saying, no, I don't want it on my news feed. Well, maybe do so, or at least put out a form of something like that. In doing this, you're opening up the door for conversation, and that opening up the door for conversation is what will allow more and more people to begin to get to a better place. Another option that you can do is understand, or in your own belief, your own inner knowing, know that this is all leading towards this massive expansion and integration of higher, lighter vibration. So tap into that energy and then work with that energy. See it as trickling down. See it as integrating everything in and around you. And as you do so, then that becomes much more available for the other people around you. Osmosis is a big deal. It's a legit way in which the energies and frequencies do transition. So be open to howsoever it may work for you, keeping in mind that the light and the higher frequency is here, it is integrating, it is helping, and let that be your ultimate focus. So be patient with people as they move through the transition. Understand that the third dimension is resolved, and understand that this expansion of the lower fourth dimension is temporary. Beloved, I am ever with you. Ansaluia. Shelly back here again. So if this resonates with you, please share it. And if you want to get more of these, then subscribe to my maybe Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, whichever one it may be. Feel free to join me. Thank you. Bye-bye.